Gautama Buddha, that is during around 5th century BC, as well as the further development which followed the spread of Buddhism throughout Asia. When we talk of Buddhism, it combines both philosophical reasoning and the practice of meditations. The Buddhist religion presents a multitude of Buddhist paths to liberation, with the expansion of early Buddhism from ancient India to Sri Lanka, and subsequently to East Asia, Southern Asia, and the adjacent areas. And the Buddhist thinkers have covered topics as varied cosmology, ethics, epistemology, logic, metaphysics, ontology, phenomenology, and philosophy of mind, philosophy of time. Stereology is also added to it. A particular point of Buddhist philosophy has often been a subject of dispute between different schools of Buddhism, as well as between representative thinkers of Buddhist school of Hindu, Jaina philosopher. One recurrent theme in Buddhist philosophy has been the desire to find the middle way between philosophical view seen as extreme. And this is how this 2-day seminar's title has been fixed. And we try to have a very fruitful discussion in these 2 days on Buddhist philosophical points of view, and at the same time Buddhism as a religion. And we will also see that Buddhism has started as a religion, or it has just started as a ethical teaching and later it took the form of religion. So we will turn on it and discuss on it in these 2 days. We have so many scholars, dignitaries here who will speak on it, and of course we will be enlightened and learned from these 2 days seminar. In this 2-day seminar, we are in a auspicious conference, and we are fortunate enough to have with us our Venerable Dr. Thirasattu Bhikkhu, but he is here. Dr. Tathasu Bhikkhu is a Bangladesh-born Buddhist monk, faith leader, researcher, and a peace builder, mindfulness teacher, and human rights activist. He has lived in Thailand for over 20 years and was ordained as a monk on June 4th, 2006. During the commemoration of the 60th anniversary of his Majesty King Bhumibhao Adulyadej's accession to the throne. Dr. Thirasattu earned his Bachelor of Business Administration from St. John University in 2009 and pursued his Master of Business Administration from same university in 2012. He obtained the Doctor of Philosophy in Peace Study from Thailand prestigious Buddhist Institute, Mahachunglakorn University. This name of this university is very long. It is in short called MCU University, which is in Thailand. And his research focus on interreligious reconciliations, conflict resolution, and peace building. In addition to his monastic journey, Venerable Dr. Thirasattu Bhikkhu served as an assistant editor of the International Buddhist Study at the Research Institute of MCU University. He has authored numerous articles and present paper at various international conferences and seminars in multiple countries. Dr. Bhikkhu has traveled over 25 countries across the Asia, Europe, and Australia to promote Buddhism, peace, harmony, and interfaith solidarity. More than just a spiritual mentee, Venerable Dr. Thirasattu is a passionate advocate for peace. He worked as an IEP Peace Ambassador and a Rotary Positive Peace Activator in Asia to advance Rotarian activists and foster positive peace. He is actively involved in the Path of Peace in Bangladesh project, which Rotary International supports. Additionally, he facilitates interfaith dialogue, is a registered mediator under the Thai Ministry of Justice, is a human rights alumni of CPG, and served as a peace engineer for International Buddhist Studies College for MCU University of Thailand. His involvement with various religious and social organizations underscores his commitment to designing and implementing peace initiatives that promote cohesion and fosters society of peaceful coexistence. So we are really fortunate enough to have him here today. We are also very delighted and very fortunate to have Professor Alvin Aguilar Serio. I'm sorry for the pronunciation, sir, if I'm doing some mistake. Professor at University of St. Thomas, Legazpi, Philippines, Manila. His area of specialization is philosophy and social science, social and political philosophy, ethics, postmodernism, hermeneutics, John Rawls, Immanuel Kant, Karl Marx, and Thomas Aquinas. And he has authored many books. Among this, the most important books are Discourse on Philosophy and Literature in Postmodern Age, and then Constructing Overlapping Senses in Liberal Democratic-ism, Educational Praxis in Development Education Towards a Soteriology of the Development Education Model in Higher Education in Philippines. So we are also delighted to have him here today, and we will listen to him. And then the next speaker is Professor Kishore Kumar. He is a ICCR Chair Professor of Indian Studies Institute of Oriental Study, Department of Language and Culture of India, and South Asian University, Krakow, Poland. And we are also delighted to have Professor Sanjay Kumar, a very respected professor and the principal of Government Degree College, Satpuli, Pauri, Garhwal, Uttarakhand. One of the learned scholar of history. So we are also very delighted to have him here in this conference. And we have Dr. Naj Parveen with us. She is from Department of History, Sri Dronacharya Sanatar Mahavidyalaya, UP. So without spending much of our time, I would like to request our first speaker, Venerable Dr. Therasattu Bhikkhu. May I now request to present his keynote speech. So I request you, sir, to please...
Yeah, so can I share my PowerPoint?
Professor Therasattu Bhikkhu.
Yeah, can I share my PowerPoint? Can you just open to share my PowerPoint a little bit? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
we can hear you. We can hear
yeah.
you.
Can I share my PowerPoint? Can you
Sure.
give me the access to share my PowerPoint? It's disabled. It cannot be shared. So can you...
Yes, sir. Please check.
Now it's still not.
Honorable ma'am, please make him as an admin, then he will be easy to do so.
Yes. Arya, sir, please make him as an admin. Or you may also share. Arya, sir, आप भी share कर सकते हैं.
Yes, now I can share now. No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes. No, it is not yet.
No?
I think you need to double click for... Yes, now it is seen. It is visible.
So, okay, so I can start now, right?
Yes, sir.
So, good mornings from Thailand, and I'm very much delighted and very much happy to speak on this very wonderful and very meaningful and very much essential for at this moment to learning about the history of Buddhism and also the his philosophical thought at this present moments. So I first my gratitudes and thanks to the Dr. Rebecca. Rekha, right? Am I right? Rekha?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then other also organizers. So thank you so much for to invite me. As a Buddhist, the topics is as a Buddhist, history of Buddhism and philosophical Buddhist philosophy. If we want to know that, so we have to know that when the Buddha is born, how is Buddha born, when the situation that times. So we know that everyone's in here. Buddha was born in a present Lumbini in 623 BC before in a May, and he was a very much was a prince son. His family name was the Siddhartha Gautama, and then so according to the Anguttara Nikaya, who is the Buddha? The Buddha is the renunciations ones is called the unique beings and extraordinary man arises in this world for the benefit of the many, for the happiness of the many, out of the compassions for the world, for the good, benefit and happiness of the gods and men. Who is this unique beings? That is the Tathagata, the exalted and fully enlightened one. That is the definitions of the Buddha. And why Buddha, when we see that philosophically or generally, the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, and he left his house, and because he have a very much grand palace where a lot of luxury life, but he left that of things, everything, and he went to the present Bodh Gaya, and he practiced meditation 6 years, and then he enlightens over there. So this is the history of Buddhism about the Buddha's bonds, and then on why he works, what is teachings about the given for the after the enlightenments. When he first gave enlightenments in Bodh Gaya, he went to the Saranath, and then he meet with his 5 disciples who was also practice meditations with together him, and then he given the Dhamma, the teachings of the we are calling the teachings of the Dhamma. What is the Dhamma? Dhamma is the natural phenomena or natural things happen within our body. So that is what's the cause and effect. That is the reality to learning. This is the philosophical thought. So that's why he be given the Dhamma. That time there is no call the Buddhist religions. It is later on we develop Buddhist religions, this concept or this terminology. But he used only the teachings of the Dhamma or his teachings. So the teaching is given according to the Dhammapada, verse of 194. He mentioned the teaching must be happy is the birth of Buddha, happy is the teachings of the supplement of the Dhamma, happy is the unity of the Sangha, and happy is the disciples of the unity ones. That is the very much essential at this present moment. We need to be learning what is going on, not to be the blaming or not to be seeing others thing what is going on. We have to be learn the reality. We have to be learn the observations of the reality which is going on, and that is the most important. And that is we need to be the unit. The Sangha means the community or unity at this moment. Whatever religious, whatever caste, whatever our nationality, we need to be as a unit persons to pursue our goal or sustainable peace developments. So this is the most important teachings he gives. And then when he enlightenments and he give the Dhammachakra Pavattana Sutra, the whole of the Dhamma. In this sutra, he mentions about the Four Noble Truth. That is the one of the Buddhist philosophical teachings, the most fundamental teachings of the Buddha, philosophical teachings. It is called the Arya Satya. Arya means what is the truth, that is to seeing. The Satya means to see the clearly within our mind and body and to practicing our self. So that is his Arya Satya means dukkha, Arya Satya. In the worlds, all everywhere, we have a pain. This pain can be physical, this pain can be mental, or this pain can be occurred by the internal cause or the external cause. We must, everyone have a pain. So this is called the dukkha Arya Satya. And second philosophical thing is called the samudaya Arya Satya, the arisings of the dukkha. Every suffer, every pain, every phenomena, natural phenomena, there is some of the reasons to come, or this is the pain is coming, this is the origins of the coming. Everything, when we find some things, why this is happening, there is a hidden, there is a unseen thing we can find. There's the reasons come from there. So we have to find, this is the originality, where is coming, the root of caused the suffering coming. Why? So that is why Buddha said we must have to be see the originations or original root of the suffering. This is the philosophical thought of the Buddha. And then he said that the Niruddha Arya Satya, this is the cost of sufferings. This suffering is for the, we got the, for the liberations and freedom from the suffering. We have to be overcome from this, we have to be liberated from these sufferings. And this is the Buddha's to achieve our Nibbana. So we have to be the, it's called Niruddha Arya Satya. This is the philosophical thought of the Buddha. And the fourth one is called Dukkha Niruddha Gamini Patipada Arya Satya. This is the most important things. It is the Eight Noble Path. The path Buddha showing that to achieve our inner peace, outer peace, sustainable peace, and to privilege peace with this path, with this, where if we practice in our individuals or in the society or in the community, and the peace will be privileged in this earth. So this is the fundamental teachings of the Buddha, and this is the fundamental Buddhist philosophy for our life. So Buddha giving. So introductions of the most important teachings of the philosophical teachings is the middle way. The middle way is the one called the Magga. Magga is the path. This is the principal teachings of the Buddha. And these teachings of the Buddha, I can show in here. Can you see here? It is the eighth path. One path is the right understanding. Samma Ditti, if we call in the Pali and Sanskrit, called Samma Ditti. To be rightly understand each other's. When we understanding our own body, when we practice meditations, or when we talk, discuss with others in the society or in the family members, we have to be understand each others. And then also we have to be communications each others with the Buddha explanation of the non-violence communication to understandings, to make dialogue for the understanding each other. This is called the right understanding. What is also going on when we practice meditation with the right thought. So this is called the right understanding. And second is the right thought, and we have to be think properly. And when we talk, this is called the right speech. We have to be give right talking with others people, and we have to be right actions or samma kammanta, and also right livelihood. We have to be avoid the bad things, which is the Buddha given the right livelihood. There is a principle or precept, the moral conduct to Buddha given, and right effort. whatever we want to go, this is we have to be exercise, or we have to be practice and give our effort. As like today, the conference committee went to organize this conference. That's why they are trying to be, and also when they did not find someone, they try to be find one to me. So this is that they have a good effort. So they try to be finished, and so that's why they give the right effort to finish this conference and find someone. This is the most important. So we, whatever we do, we have to be give the right effort and right mindfulness. We must have to be right mindfulness. This is the most important. The mindfulness is to be like I say, what is going on at the moment, every moment. We have to be concerned. We have to be our mind to be things what is going on. So check what is we are going to do bad or good. If we can check with our minds, with our breath ins and breath outs, so it is called the Samma Sati. One, we have a mindfulness all the moment, all the times. Then we can control our minds not to be do the bad things. Then we can reduce the conflict our side and also outside. And that is next one is called the right concentrations. This is the most important. What is going on? We have to be concentrated. That is thing what we are going to trying to do. That is all the times we have to be concentrated. So there is many slide I show, but I will not discuss about that of things because we have a less time. So and another Buddhist philosophical thought is called the three characters of the Ti-Lakkhana, three characters in the Buddhist scriptures. It is called the Ti-Lakkhana. I think everyone is understand Pali word. Three, one is called the anicca. In this world, everything is impermanent, everything is changeable. Like as we are born, and then we grow up, and then we go old age, and then we die. This is, we cannot be controlled. Which is not in our hand, every change. It is the naturally everything is changeable. If they have so everything is changeable without the materials things. So everything is changeable. Even they don't have a life, but it's also be changed. So everything is in the world. Everything is impermanent and changeable. This is the also Buddhist philosophical thought. Buddha called anicca, and second is called is the anicca. Then is coming the dukkha. When we feel as anicca, when we became old age from the because when we have a very much delighted good health and good skin and good thing everything, but when it changes, when we go old age, we are feeling that, oh, I was very beauty, why my face is changed, or what is happening. So we feel some things, the dukkha come. When the changing, there is two things come. This is called the sukha vedana or dukkha vedana. One is coming the good happy and good sensation or good feeling. Another is the bad sensation or bad feeling. Two kinds of suffering is offered. One is the bad or one is the good. So this is called the when the changing, there is a suffering come. And third is called the anatta. That means not non-self. There is no. This is mentioned in the Buddha Mahaparinibbana Sutra in the Digha Nikaya. These three characters of the Buddhist philosophy from the Buddha's time to still in this world existing, because the anatta is mean non-self, because the body, even we have a very good body and we have many medicine in this world now and many technology developed, but we cannot control our birth, we cannot control our death, because it is belong to not us. This is not non-self. This is the universal truth. This is the from the fundamental of the universal element, 5 elements is coming from our body. So this is change and our body is changed. So this is the most important teachings of the Buddhist philosophy, one of the philosophical teachings of the Buddha, Ti-Lakkhana. So we have to understanding very much in our own self by learnings in our by body and also in our mind, and also theoretically we have to be learn and we have to be apply in this contents of the contents of a study. When we can apply these contents of the study, so it will be very much essential for us to be development of the peace and to be understanding of the cause, and also to be find the root cause for the conflict, violence, and also about the sustainable peace development goal we can achieve. So another is philosophical thought of Buddha is called the four Sublime States. We call the Brahma Vihara. This is the most important because this can create our happiness in our individual life, in the family life, and the society life. And this is the most important Buddhist philosophical teachings of the Four Noble Truths and four supplementary state. The four supplementary state is called, one is the called metta. Metta, this is the word, very small word, but its meaning is very vast. And this is called the loving kindness. Without loving kindness, we cannot live together. Even our family members, we cannot live together without this loving kindness. We must have to be show our loving kindness, as the Buddha mentioned in the Karuna Metta Sutra, as one mother showing love to his child. We have to be show that type of life all of the human beings. That is not only Buddhist people is mentioned all of the human beings without regardless of any religion, caste, society, or rich, poor, everyone. So the loving kindness have to be applied in our daily life. So it make us happy life, individual and family life. And second is called the Karuna. That is the most common word. I think also some people name also Karuna in India and also in Bangladesh, because this word is used as a Palian Sanskrit word. Karuna is the compassion. We have to be show our compassion, the peoples with the peoples, and also the sympathy of joy, which is called the mudita, sympathy of joy. When some people do something good, we have to be accept. This is one of the pillar also is Mahatma Gandhi mentioned about the non-violence communication, 5 pillars. One of the pillar also acceptance. This is sympathy of joy is related with that of things. We have to be someone do good things and very much achieving his goal. We have to be feel the same joy. But now we are feeling the aggressive with him. We have a delusions with him. We have a greediness with him. That's why we cannot show our sympathy of joy with them. So that's why the conflict is coming always with us, with the friends, with the family, and with the society. So this is make also the very much conflict and the violence in the family and the society. So this is the one of the Buddhist philosophical teachings of the mudita or sympathy of joy, very much essential for our individual life to accept their good things. And another is the upekha or equanimity. This is the most important philosophical also teaching. That is means when someone do good things, but we cannot feel the good, we cannot give him to go away. Sometimes we try to bring him also with us. The mudita means we cannot to catch him to bring with us. He can go with his way of life or way up to achieving his goal. So we have to be give the accompany or appreciate, which is called the, we must have to be appreciate to be him. So this is one of the equanimity, the Buddha's the teachings for the our general peoples, and also the who are the Buddhist monks, not only for the general people. Also Buddha explained this teaching is need for everyone's, and so this will be the make in a our happy life and successful life. So this is one of the four similar. Next I'll explanation in here. So I am not going to this because we don't have enough time. So I mentioned in here loving kindness, and it is the heartful and concentration consonance with the well-beings of others. Compassion means loving kindness, and also sympathy of loving kindness meet with the happiness and joy. Equanimity I mentioned in here. I will be not discuss about that things more. So according to Buddhist philosophy, at this moment, Buddha's teachings, we need too much for the privilege in peace in the earth. What the Buddha mentioned about the peace? The Buddha mentioned peace in the one language. It is called the Santi. The Santi is the Pali and Sanskrit word. This is means we don't do any violence. It is by our mind, by our what, by our thinking, thought. Three ways we will be not doing bad things, and we will be always given to the tranquility and also the harmless to other, ahimsa, and also the non-violence and peacefully livings. So this is called the in Buddhist philosophy the peace in the Buddhist philosophy. And there is a Buddhist peaceful means Buddha when mentioned for peace privilege in this world. He mentioned according to the Magga Vibhanga Sutra, one of the Buddhist texts, he mentioned about the Buddhist peaceful means is the tool we use to find the root cause of the conflict, violence, and settle and resolve the disposes by use the Buddha's teachings. And these teachings we use about the tolerance and forgiveness, precept, and also the ahimsa, non-violence communications. So also in the dialogue, and so many way Buddhist philosophical teachings we are giving for peace prevalence in this with the Buddha's way. So another is the why the conflict according to the Buddhist philosophical thought, or according to the Buddhist philosophical teachings, the conflict and violence and where come from our Akusala Mula. This Akusala Mula is the Pali and Sanskrit word. Akusala means unskillful, and first the root of cause for the conflict and violence is the lobha or greediness. Some things we are try to get, and we are greedy for that of things. We are greedy every moment. Even now conflict come with finding the iPhone, iPad, so because our desires is coming, and then people are grading to find that of things, the new technology using. So when we cannot control our lobha, greediness, and this is also creating problems at the present moment, so present time. So we have to be, even the Buddha teaching is given 2560 years ago, but still its philosophical thought is existing at the present. So lobha is the, we mentioned about one of the root cause for the conflict and violence, and another is the dosa, which is called the in English hatred. Is we hatred each other. We hatred for he's Buddhist, he's Muslim, he's Christian. We divided the many society. He's from the low caste, he's from the high caste. We are also dividing many way, and these divisions making the hate each others. So this is hateful propaganda or hateful thought is making conflict. So that's why Buddha mentioned in the Akusala Mula, please not be do the dosa or hatred. You must be hatred, never make the hatred, always create the hate. So when you don't be try to peace privilege or to be achieve or attest, so you have to be accept others with the or dosa. Or dosa means non-hate behavior. You have to be apply non-hate behavior. And the moha is in the Pali. So in English called, we are translated the delusions. This is the delusions. It is something we are find delusions for something achieving or something be went and some things to be. So delusion is too much also the creating conflict and violence in this society. So in here of the 17th, I explain about the cost of war and cost of happiness. The first grade is loba. So we have to be make with the non-loba or non-greedy, which is called the generosity, because this world we are depend each other by the generosity. Because now actually one example I given in here, we are Reka is inviting me and I also joining here. I giving my times, and they also everyone is giving in here, all the participants giving their time. This is one kinds of generosity. We are giving our time for the making happiness this world, or making something academical process to be achieve someone knowledge from this conference. So this is the one of the things we are generating. We are make genius to each others. When we do that of things, so it is happening the peace in this world. And another is called hatred, and we have to be non-hate, non-violence. We must have to be practice non-violence concept. And delusions, when we have a moha inside, we have to be practice meditation, mindfulness. So all of the conflict where coming, we have to be
Recording in
understand,
progress.
and this is we have to be understand and find our wisdom. So if we get the wisdom, so our moha or delusion will be not occur inside our mind. So this is the one of the Buddhist philosophical thought and Buddhist philosophical teachings of the Buddha given. So this is the one of the teachings of the Buddha. And another is I will discuss about the, so historically I discuss about, I can talk the history Buddha's teachings when the Buddha gives. After the Buddha's Parinibbana, the Buddhism is divided to first two parts, Theravada and Mahayana, and the Buddhism is flourished by the Samrat Asok. And this is the I think who are from in India here, everyone know Samrat Asok, how promote and how he privileged the Buddha's teachings in the subcontinent of India, not the subcontinent of India, even to the China. And this teaching is coming in Thailand and also Japan and Korea. But later on, the Buddhism is divided many parts. Now at this moment, we see that our Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar, those countries we are follow the Theravada Buddhisms. The Theravada Buddhisms, this is the one of the eldest branch of the in Buddha's teachings. So Theravada means we are the elder ones, which is to be the not be changed. Buddha's teachings is contain the original teachings from the Buddha's time to present. So this is called the Theravada Buddhist teaching or Theravada Buddhisms. And later is developed to Mahayana Buddhisms. Mahayana Buddhism basically developed by the Buddha's teachings and also some of the teachings from the Jain, which is called the Tantrayana. Some of the Tantrayana they apply, and this teaching is flourished by the Silk Road in China. And when the Silk Road, the China, they flourished this teaching in China, and then is going to the Korea, and then is going to the Japan. In this part, now the Mahayana, they have a many Buddhism part. One is called the Own Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, and also Tibetan Buddhism, because at this moment many Buddhist branches developed it. But one thing I make a confirm here, that even the many branches is developed in Buddhism, but there is no clash, no conflict between each is the branches, because everyone's belief, everyone have a faith, the Buddha's teachings is the fundamental teachings. So with the already explanations, we must have to be understanding the present situations, present moments, and present times. So that's why we don't have any conflict. And when the Mahayana Theravada basically developed it in Asia, the Buddha's teaching came through the Tamralipta Bandar. One is in the West Bengal. This Bandar, this port city used by the Samrat Asok to bring his son and daughter to the Buddha's relic, and also the Buddhist tree from the Bodh Gaya in Sri Lanka. So still in the Anuradhapura, they have this Buddhist tree in the Anuradhapura. If you someone wish to visit in Sri Lanka, you can see, and also the Buddha relic you can see in the Kathmandu, in Kendi, which is called in the Kendi in Sri Lanka. They have preserved this Buddha relic there. So this is the way Buddha's teachings, the historically Buddha's teachings, and from the King Samrat Asok to still is existing Theravada Buddhism. And we have evidence also the Buddha's teachings from there, Sri Lanka, by went to the Java, and they came to the Java, and Java, and they came in with the Andamans. They came in also in Thailand, the northern Thailand's province. So there is a Buddhism flourished, Theravada flourished by this way. And Mahayana also have a now different brands and different way of practicing life, but the fundamental teachings like what I mentioned in here, Four Noble Truth, Ti-Lakkhana, the three characters of Buddhism, and this is never be changed. This is whatever the Buddha's historically changes many things, but the fundamental teaching is existing, because the Lobha, Dosa, Moha is not belong only one person. This is every human being have, but we have to be controlled with the Eight Noble Path practicing for the peace. Like as the meditations, this meditation is very much popular. The concept is very much popular in Asia. Now this knowledge came from our Buddha land in India, Bodh Gaya. We the Indian people, Asian people, we are very much happy that we got the Buddha's teachings and we practice Buddha's teachings in our life. But now we shift from there. But the Buddha's teaching now is going to in Europe, America, and others part of the world. Basically, the Buddha's Samma Sati, which is called the mindfulness. Everywhere you can find in the many countries, they're given the mindfulness meditation teachings and mindfulness practicing, how to practice every school and every university, college, and medical science. Now, the neuro medicine department, they have many research they are doing for how to be the mindfulness meditations to make our to feel calm and peace in our mind and reduce the stress. This is very much important now, and that's why now you can see some of people also doing with the business. They are making mindfulness leadership. how to be when you do some business, how to you be keep your mind cool and calm and to make decisions very properly. So that's why many books you can find mindfulness meditations, mindfulness business leader, mindfulness thought for the nursing. Many books is you can find at this moment, and many technique the people using, some technique using the, but the Buddha mentioned in one of the sutra is called Anapana Sutra. This sutra Buddha in the scripture mentions, without the mindfulness learning or practicing, no one can be achieved Buddhahood in our life. So that's why every people have to be understanding, every people have to be practice mindfulness meditations to with the our proper guide, like as to understanding of breath ins and breath outs. If we have a Miss Rekha, if we have a 5-minute times, I can show you how to practice mindfulness. Do you have a time, 5 minutes?
Yes, sure, sir.
So can you open everyone's their face? If I can see your face, I think it will be very much to be connected each others, and it will be help us to how to practice meditations, mindfulness meditations. And I will be show you that tell you the technique, very simple technique I will be give you, and I think it will be very much helpful for you. So just when you have a practice meditations, and you have to be feel as a relax, don't be think stress, just only sit very very relaxed way, wherever you can sit, in a chair, table, or in everywhere you can sit as a freely and very relaxed way. Just I sit in my chair, but I sit as a relaxed way. Don't be think about your stress, and slowly close your eyes. Very slowly and slowly close your eyes. Don't be things. You have a lot of things. You have to think. You are alone. No one touch you. No one harm you. Just only you sit as a relaxed position. No stress in your arms, in your face, in your body. Just as a relax as you. And just only now you observe your breath in and breath out. If first time you have a difficulty to understanding breath in and breath out, just take long breath in, long breath out. When you understand your breath in and breath out, just take as a breath natural, because we cannot go out of the nature. Just naturally breath in and breath out, you observe from your mind. Many things will be occur in your mind. The present moment you have to think, not be things about the past, because past you have many memories. Don't be things about this past. You want to think many for future plans. Don't be thinking about the future plan. Just only think about your present moment as a breath in and breath out. Because the breath is our life. If we don't have a breath, we are a die people. So you have to be thinking about your breath in and breath out. If some stress come in your body, don't be react. Practice as a relax. And keep your mind always be a smile as a natural. This is the Buddha practice in 6 years. The Anapanasati Bhavana. This is called the Anapanasati Bhavana in Buddha's teachings. But now the present moment, many one teachings, many way, many technique they follow for the mindfulness. But the Anapanasati Bhavana, which is the breath in and breath out, this is the original Buddhist philosophical teachings for us to be reduce stress from our body, from our mind, and to reduce our inner evil or inner conflict caused of lobha, dosa, moha, hatred, greediness, and delusions. When you practice meditations, after a few minutes, many sensations will be occurs. Sometimes you feel from your leg numbness, in body some part of the numbness, and also sometimes it's like a burn sensations. Don't be things, give your metta, give your compassion, give your tolerance, and give practice. Give the effort to try practice continuously. So this is the way you practice meditations. When you develop your mindfulness and is calm to the concentrations, when the concentration calm and is be as strong, the knowledge and wisdom, which is called the panya, will be calm in our mind. When we have a panya, we cannot make conflict with each others, because it's always give you the compassion. So practice 2 minutes together. Will be not this talk, just only 2 minutes. We keep novel silence and just try to practice with your breath ins and breath outs.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, slowly open your eyes and just open your eyes. Yeah, thank you so much for practicing meditation. This is not regardless of the religious, this is our own, because breath is our own of our body and minds, and this is our own asset. It's not to belong others. So we have to be practice, and then will we make happiness in our sight and also in peace privilege. Thank you so much for with me today, and I hope there's will be meet somewhere. So thank you so much again. I will finish in here. So thank you, so Dr. Araka, and also
Thank
the
you.
others who has invite me on this wonderful conference. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you, sir. Thank you so much. Within a short period of time, you agreed. And at the same time, you have shown us both practical and at the same time theoretical aspect. And the practical aspect we all have experienced. And I think all of us were in stress due to this seminar. Now our mind is little calmed down. Even I feel that within this 5 minutes of practical aspect of mindfulness. So thank you so much. And it was again my fortune, sir. I visited once to your university, NCU, in 2018. There was a conference by RVP, research of RVP conference organized. So there I visited. So, but I could not meet you. Maybe next time, next visit, I should meet you.
Sure.
And very nicely, sir, you have presented the whole teaching, ethical teaching of Buddha, and the very important point which you said that Buddha has given his teaching in 2,500 years ago, but still we find it relevant today in this world. And in fact, rather we find it more relevant in the present scenario where there is a war and there is so much of conflict in the society. So I think if his teaching would be followed properly, this conflict would be immediately sought out. So thank you so much to be with us.